Hey everyone, welcome back to the PESH Perspective. Today's tell is about two search engines that I want to talk about. One being Google, which everyone and their mother uses or has used at some point in their lifetime. And then there is another up and coming search engine that has gained popularity over the years known as DuckDuckGo. And I found this really great article comparing the two and explaining the extreme differences and how they affect us as users looking for information on the internet. And a little bit about who published this article. It's so important that you know the backstory of the people or the company or the organization that you're getting your information from. Too often and too easily, people will believe an article that they read or open the first article they see and believe it because there's facts or there's numbers or they mention someone who they know. Just very kindergarten type mindset. So you need to be aware and protect yourself and protect your mind on the information that you read. You need to know the backstory of the company who's publishing it. So I highly recommend that you do. So I did a little bit of background on who Search Engine Journal was, and I found that they are owned by another company. And why that's important is because these third-party companies can have a lot of influential power on on the companies that you read your information off of. And a lot of this has to do with funding. So if this third-party company is mostly the funding provider of this publisher is at the mercy of this third-party company. And that could influence the type of information that they publish. So just be aware of that. So I did my research a little bit into who owns this website where I found this article, and it's Alpha Brand Media. So I found that they are a small advertising company. They are involved in two companies, one being where I found this article from, and then another company. So that they're not very influential in the industry of journalism or publishing. So after knowing that, I felt comfortable going on to read what the article was talking about. So what they state is some major differences between DuckDuckGo and Google. The first being DuckDuckGo does not store your personal information. So why is that important? Well, number one, when you go to search for a topic, DuckDuckGo will give you results based on articles or information that's been published that directly relates to what is typed into the search bar. So it takes the face value of what you actually search. And that's so different from what Google does because Google stores your information. So what that means is they have this personal profile built all about you. They know your preferences, they know your search history, they know your biases, they know what articles you have read, they know your internet activity. They basically have all of this information about you, and they know what information to give you when you make a search. So what I mean by that is if you were to search something in Google, they will give you articles or information that they know you will like, that will play to your personal preferences. And remember, our whole goal here is to navigate through this information that we are inundated with to find the truth. And it's difficult to do that when you constantly are fed information that you want to hear. That's not fact, that's not statistic. You know that you're on the right track learning about a certain topic. If there's information that you may not agree with, information that you've never heard of, you need to be open to hearing. There's always two sides to anything you want to learn about. And you need to be able to find that information, and you will not get that if you continue to use the Google search engine. So just be aware of that. So I will leave you with this. Remember, if our goal is to find the truth, we must be aware of the type of information that is being fed to us and how often the information we read is exactly what we want to hear. So be aware of that. That's all I have for you in today's tell, and I'll catch you in the next video.